What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Clark Tank. Man, I'm always excited to Clark Tank when the second week comes around because I haven't hung out with you so long and lots of stuff has happened. So we played, I think it was just last Clark Tank, we played Sim Airport, right? And it was rough around the edges. It was enjoyable once we started to figure it out, but it's been back in the charts the last few days, and I don't really understand why. So we'll talk about Sim Airport. Also, we'll talk about, actually, we can just get started talking about it now. The Steam changed something. They changed the way their review systems work. So let's take a look at that. So now if a game, I don't think they even announced this or anything. I think it just quietly happened. But if a game has less than, I believe, 10 reviews, now you'll just see this gray thing here with a number of reviews. And it says if you hover over it, need more reviews to generate a score, which is super cool. I think it makes a lot of sense, and it helps solve the problem that I've seen other devs say, like, you know, I got one bad review right at the start just by luck, you know, by bad luck, and then it's like 100% negative, like 0% positive, and that, you know, may be enough to skew people's initial perceptions of the game to not even try it. So it's cool that it's kind of under judgment. Other stores like Congregate and things like that, I believe, do this as well. So it's good to see Steam doing it. Sim Airport, which we played 2 weeks ago, it did not do very well when it launched. But then I was looking at the top 10, top 50 a couple days ago, and I saw that it was in here. It was in, you know, in the 28th position. I'm like, what the heck is happening? Because we played it, and, you know, it was nice, but it was pretty darn rough around the edges. But again, it's early access, so I'm sure they're going to be improving it. But the fact that it's selling this well after a dip, maybe that's how long it took word of mouth to occur, or maybe something happened which we should check out in Steam Spy. Maybe it suddenly got picked up by a big streamer or something like that. So let's, yeah, 400,000 views, and then just another spike, but it's not really that different from these other ones that came closer to the launch day. Weird. And it has pretty high median playtime. Like, this is way higher than Necrodancer's median playtime, which, you know, I've always said that I believe that retention is super important in selling well on Steam these days. So yeah, Sim Addicts. You know, and there's a number of other sim games, you know, that do well but are much more polished. So I guess I'm surprised by the fact that one as rough as this can still do well, but it's great. I think it just shows that the sim genre is viable. Even that Another Brick in the Mall sim, it hasn't done as well as Sim Airport, but it's done all right. Like, let's look at it actually. Yeah, this one, which is another like big heads kind of art style, you know, somewhat similar to Prison Architects. So, you know, 25,000 units at, you know, let's say $10, 250K. And it's not done selling. Like, this game has not had any major discounts and things like that. It may go on to make $1 million, which again, I'm a bit surprised by. So, you know, the fact that these games are kind of rough around the edges means there's a lot of space there. Like, if you can make a super polished one, like Project High Rise and stuff like that, then you can do even better. So, well, I wonder what is its user score situation? Low. 72 is quite low. So yeah, again, like, Steam surfaces things for a variety of reasons. We don't know exactly what those reasons are, but I always assumed that user score plays a big part in it. But maybe it's this. Maybe it's this median playtime, which, as I said, is quite high. Like Necrodancer's, I think, is 4 hours, and this is 7 already, and it hasn't even been out for very long. Yeah, 7 hours is high, Beep. You're right. It's quite high. So maybe that is what they're basing this, you know, promotion on. Also, I think it was a Lars article. If things get a bump for other reasons, then Valve's algorithms kind of magnify that. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure if somebody at Valve said that or if that was just your stats, because Lars showed that he got a bunch of traffic from something else, some other video, Total Biscuit thing, yeah. And then looking at the Steam traffic that he was getting, he could see that, you know, little Total Biscuit bump, but there was way more traffic coming from just within Steam. So Steam's algorithms detected outside interest, you know, And then they said, okay, well, there's something going on with this game right now. Let's, point the fire hose at it and give it even more. Alden said it straight up. Yeah, there you go. So it's possible that there's a bit of that effect going on here. If some big Twitch streamer started playing Sim Airport, outside traffic coming in, then Steam algorithms, become aware of that and start increasing the amount of traffic that they're giving it. Plus this median thing, that could be it. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to bring that up. Just showing that sim games, it's a viable genre. However, if you've never tried to make one before, I'm sure Arzubek can attest that they are not easy to make. They're hard to prototype. I've made a sim game, well, kind of 2 sim games in the past, and the difficult thing about them is that they're not really done, they're not really playable and fun until quite a ways through development, because you need to have all the systems in place in order for the game to feel like a simulation. You can't just simulate a couple parts of it, then that's too boring, too predictable. You need to have a whole bunch of systems overlaid on top of each other before a sim can be fun. So it's the type of thing that's hard to do in a game jam. It's hard to pull off quickly, so it's risky. You need to have confidence in your game design abilities to pull it off. So yeah, perhaps that's why it's still sort of like an accessible genre. But yeah, so that was the other stuff. I think that's all that I wanted to talk about. Was there any other news that happened in the last 2 weeks that we should be discussing? I can't think of anything else. So we can get to our homework here and start doing the top 50, which has some interesting stuff in it. So PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, number 1, as I said. It's the reason why we're going to be playing it today. Let's check out its trailer. Blue Hole. Oh, you can be in dune buggies and stuff? Man, I'm gonna get so owned in this game, it's gonna be hilarious. Seemed like a pretty good trailer, but I believe that the main reason that this is selling is that people really like this style of game. It's funny how first-person shooters evolved. Like there's a couple different ways that they work now. Like you've got your hero shooter type game, and now you've got your battle royale type shooter, but then there's also what do you call them, like crafting shooters and things like that. It's kind of fragmented, whereas before the shooter genre was just like, be really good at shooting things and be fast and maybe fly in the air. That was an innovation, but now there's just all different kinds of ways of doing it, which is interesting. So CSGO, so you can see Battlegrounds is number 1, like totally flat. It has not been interrupted. And CSGO is number 2, with a bullet. So that must mean that there's a decent gap between these. If there was no fluctuation, CSGO didn't take over number 1 spot at all in the last 24 hours. And then GTA moving around a little bit. Unsurprising to see it here, but H1Z1, like two very similar, as far as I know, types of games in the top 4. That's why I thought we should play this, because this is an important trend. So Dota usually in the top, but it's not usually this high up. I wonder if they've got something going on right now. Didn't they have an update recently? I saw some buzz on Twitter about Dota a little while ago. Rainbow Six Siege, why is it so high? It's not normally this high. I wonder if it recently had a sale or something. Because actually right now there's a Ubisoft Publisher Weekend going on. So, maybe the sale is just not showing up or something. And Nier Automata, this let's watch the trailer of this. I know we watched it last week, but boy, this game has been blowing up all over Twitch and YouTube.
We better finish this quick.
Yeah, this is a totally different video.
Fight, steal, kill.
So yeah, I guess the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because previously I had been saying that I thought the action RPG genre was in decline, but this game and another one that's also in the top 50, seem to be pointing out that I was wrong to assume that. So yeah, I guess I want to try and keep an eye out for, are there any indie action RPGs that do well these days, or just smaller scope one, like it doesn't necessarily need to be indie, but something of scope that is attainable by indies. Hyperlight, yeah, good point, Bropsdorf. That's a good point. And Hyperlight, this world was also similarly sort of open, and you could go in whatever direction you want and just try to figure it out. So maybe what I was seeing was a backlash against handholdy action RPGs, whereas open worldish ones are viable. Also, Hyperlight, you shouldn't generalize things based on Hyperlight, because I think that it was exceptional in a number of ways. I'm not sure if we can draw much of a conclusion from that, just because it's got so many other things going for it. Even if the gameplay were quite different, I think it would still have sold quite well. Obviously, it sold extremely well because the gameplay is actually really good. And yeah, it seems like maybe that genre is viable, but it needs to be more open worldish. But something we should keep an eye on. But yeah, thanks for pointing out that Hyperlight is kind of similar in that way to an action RPG. So yeah, Nier, I don't know what happened here. It's maybe some weird glitch in the Matrix. Metro 2033 Redux is just up here because it's on sale. Rocket League's perennial seller. I've been seeing there's like Rocket League tournaments and stuff going on. Promotion matches start tonight, TTF. Okay, cool. Big RL update. What's that, RK? Oh, in Rocket League. Okay, yeah, season 4 and an update. Well, that would explain it. Why it's so high. The sweater is off, indeed, Asimbi. All right, that explains why Rocket League's up there. Metro, all this stuff is on sale. I expect we're going to see a lot of Ubisoft stuff because of their publisher weekend going on. So Resident Evil, okay, it's on sale. I was like, this fell off. It fell off a bit quicker than I expected, but it's back. It's back because it's on sale. Makes sense. Watch Dogs, The Division, these are all up here because they're on sale. And so yeah, Wildlands just came out recently, but it's still hanging around. No sale. Assassin's Creed, okay, it's up here because it's on sale. So Vikings, here's another one that I wanted to check out. Wolves of Midgard. Now, is this action RPG or just straight up RPG? I don't even know. So yeah, this has been doing reasonably well since it launched. Well, it was in the top charts before it launched, so it launched today. So yeah, maybe that's when they changed it. They added a different video just today. So it was up to number 7, but the average over the last 24 hours is below that. But that may be misleading because, you know, that average was including pre-orders, I believe. So how do I feel about journalist quotes from lesser-known outlets? Well, I think it is a little weird when people quote lesser-known outlets. It sends a message to me that they must not have had great quotes from the well-known outlets. So I personally would not do that. If it were me, I would put quotes in from people who are known and outlets that are known, or I just wouldn't have any at all. But that's just me. All right, Tokaiden 2. Football Manager, it's in here because it's on sale. For Honor, still, despite the negative reviews, it's doing well. I guess, is For Honor... So I guess For Honor and Dead by Daylight, and it's just kind of round-based, almost arena-y combat games. Maybe that's the meta genre above all these things like the King of the Hill type games. They seem to be popular, right? Despite problems, people really want to play them. No content to keep you going, but then why are the people still... Well, let's look at the For Honor median playtime. 24 hours. That's nuts. But yeah, if it's skill-based, if there's enough skill involved, then the content is the other people that you're playing against and improving your skill against. And Smite is a little higher than usual. Hearts of Iron's back because it's on sale. Killing Floor 2 on sale. Assassin's Creed on sale. Warframe. The free-to-play games are up higher this week. I wonder if this is like kind of a slow week or something. Steep's on sale. South Park's on sale. RPG Maker. Path of Exile, free-to-play. Yeah, the free-to-plays are up this week. I wonder what's going on. And this is the other part of RPG Maker. Essential Set. Spore, why are you here? You must have been on sale because now you're dropping off quickly. More RPG Maker stuff. Senran Kakura Festival? I thought that said Festival. Versus. Okay, this came out a week ago. Assassin's Creed is part of the sale. Team Fortress, another one of the free-to-play ones, up a bit higher than usual. Far Cry is on sale. Day of Infamy. F1 2016 is just on sale. War Thunder, the free-to-play games are so high today. Rust is perennial. Resident Evil 4 Biohazard, okay, it's because it's on sale. Out of the Park Baseball came out today. Vega Conflict, free-to-play game. It's older. I think we looked at this before, but Assassin's Creed's on sale. Ark is just perennial seller. Oh, maybe it dipped here because of the Ubisoft sale. RimWorld, man, still just printing money. Assassin's Creed on sale. Civ 6, still hanging out. Did RimWorld get an update? I don't think so. I thought I saw Tynan talking about that one was coming. But no, it kind of comes in and out of the top 50 every now and then. Same, even Factorio peeks in every now and then. So yeah, Civ, just perennial. Payday 2, okay, this is a DLC for Payday. Now Black Wake, which we've been talking about a lot, still doing well, and looks like it just dropped off, so I wonder if the streamers who were really kind of keeping it alive have run their course. Afghanistan 11 in 2017. What is this? Oh, is this like a strategy game? See, look at these. If these are the actual visuals of the game, they're pretty boring, but they're doing a decent job of interspersing not boring stuff and making it all dusty and dynamic and stuff, because if you just showed a straight overhead 2D view of this, it would be boring. Train Mechanic Simulator. This one's for the Germans. Spore, more Spore stuff. One Shot. Now I remember looking at this. In December, I guess, when it came out, and thinking this clearly had a lot of effort put into it. Maybe is kind of Undertale-ish? Maybe? Wow, it has 1,000 reviews. So maybe it's been slowly burning away, not in the top 50 where we would notice it, but... So yeah, this seems like, maybe it isn't a game that has a ton of depth to it. It's just a little bit difficult to get people to make that leap, get beyond the art style to give it a shot. And Undertale's, massive, excited community managed that for Undertale, and a lot of the articles and things that were being written about it. So maybe that's starting to happen with this game a little bit, with people playing it on YouTube. Interesting. Elder Scrolls Online, more Elder Scrolls stuff. Resident Evil 6, so it's on sale. Planet Coaster, yeah, for a while it was just in the charts, just perennially. Battle Brothers, Resident Evil DLC, Witcher is just perennial. Watch Dogs on sale, or stuff on sale. Zero Escape, the Nonary games. It's already got DLC. Oh, it's a soundtrack. Watch Dogs DLC on sale. Arma DLC bundle. Oh, it's coming soon? Oh, so these are pre-orders. More stuff on sale. Death Road to Canada on sale. It's cool to see it selling well. And there's Sim Airport, which we talked about. More Resident Evil stuff on sale, Witcher perennial stuff, and Gary's Mod! Gary's Mod just manages to make it to the bottom. That's enough of the Steam stuff. Now we're going to move on to Kickstarter. Alright, Battle Princess Madeline, which has made $138,000 Canadian. How?
Hi, I'm Chris. This is my daughter Madeline. I'm here to tell you about the game Battle Princess Madeline.
Now it makes sense.
So finally one day, I don't know, she wanted me to play it. And this time when I was playing it, she said, "Daddy, I want to fight Greenhead." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, I want to be in the game. I want to be the character fighting Greenhead, basically." And I'm like, "Well, that's somebody else's game. We can't do that. So maybe Daddy can make you your own game." She's like, "But Daddy, girls can't be knights." And I said, what color you want your armor?"
Cute. Huh, alright. That looks super cool. Awesome to see that they've done so well already. Congrats. Congrats to them. You sucked in and you're back in it, Razzle? Yeah, they're telling a story. Imagine that. Yeah, that's how you should, sell things. You need a hook, and they've got a cool hook that's outside of the game itself, really. We are going to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Where do we find guns? Can we swim? What? Yeah, how do you get out of this plane? No, I don't want to leave it on. F. What was that bit before about then? This place is huge. How do you use your parachute? I don't want to leave it on because they might swear and say horrible things. So, I don't know, there's like a city here. Let's go for that. I guess there are probably people watching me. They're gonna come shoot me. Okay. Now, we need a weapon. Well, that's good. Or we could just fight somebody, because oh, there's somebody. I saw blood. Oh, dang. Oh, my controller's vibrating. I pushed F. Okay, here we go. Can we just run people over? I want to hide my vehicles so people don't take it. Oh, micro Uzi. Oh, I have to switch out my... Is this micro Uzi ammo? Oh, come on! Damn it! Can we not even see a replay of that? Well, number 29. Oh, a vehicle. What's that noise? Airstrikes? Guy just got out of his vehicle. Oh, crap. Probably not hurting him that much with the shotgun from this range. Just gonna run. I've never shot a shotgun in real life, so I have no idea, but... Is this dickhead still following us? Oh. Oh, come on! He barely hit us! Yeah, I could see the appeal, I suppose. Like, you'd want to, It's frustrating to die like that. So you want to try again and not die like that, and you're like, okay, well, next time I won't walk around so much in the open, because you're more likely to get run over, and listen more carefully and watch my back better, and the randomness of it, I think, is enticing. It's kind of like a slot machine in that you don't know what you're going to get. You could get some super powerful thing and get lucky. You could just happen upon a great stash, right, and get lucky. And you're also improving your, knowledge of the game and skill and stuff as you go along as well. Yeah, I'm sure there are many challenges. I would never attempt making such a game, but it sure seems like there's space for someone to come in and do something big, like Overwatch, that could then make tens of millions or even hundreds of millions of games of dollars if you made a super polished version of this style of game. Because if it's this janky and people are still super excited about it, then obviously there's something to it. So anyway, I think that wraps it up for this Clark Tank, and maybe we'll be playing Rain World next week. I imagine we will, unless something else, some other big blockbuster comes out, and I am looking forward to that. So have a great couple of weeks, everybody. See you again next week. This Clark Tank, next 2 weeks, I mean. This Clark Tank is over.